When dreams crumble, discover the haunting tale of China's megaproject failure in Mexico, a cautionary narrative that exposes the high stakes of ambition and the cost of failure. In 2014, China's high-speed rail technology was on the verge of embarking on its global journey. However, an unforeseen twist occurred when Mexico unilaterally terminated a substantial $30.5 billion high-speed rail contract that had been previously signed with China. This abrupt decision dealt a significant financial blow to the Chinese company involved. Yet it raises the question, what compelled Mexico to suddenly revoke this contract? Today, we delve into the circumstances surrounding this incident to shed light on the matter. Join us as we explore the details. Let's begin. Enrique Pena Nieto took office as the president of the Mexican government in 2012, entering a nation still reeling from the effects of the global financial crisis. During that time, Mexico was suffering from a slow economy and falling living standards. Despite these difficulties, one prominent problem persisted: the nation's unreliable and inadequate transport network that was at odds with its objectives for economic growth. As soon as Nieto became aware of this urgent need, he moved quickly to present a game-changing idea: the building of the Mexico City keh-reh-tah-roh high-speed railway. A 210-kilometer high-speed rail line that would connect the two cities was the goal of this ambitious concept, which was supposed to offer numerous advantages. The railway aimed to improve the quality of travel for Mexicans once it was finished and put into operation, and subsequently also make it easier to move important supplies and cargo without incident. Furthermore, the 60,000 jobs that this enormous project was planned to create would benefit the areas that were located along the railway line. This had the potential to substantially lower Mexico's unemployment rate. Given the facts and its economical benefits for Mexico, what mechanism did Mexico adopt to execute this task immediately? We will check them out shortly. However, building a 210-kilometer high-speed railway is not without its share of difficulties. The proposed route is characterized by rocky terrain and sheer cliffs, which present substantial building challenges. But the Mexican government is unwavering in its resolve to get past these obstacles and realize this revolutionary vision. Mexico turned to foreign firms for assistance as it sought to solve its infrastructure problem. Reputable international firms like France's Alstom and Japan's Mitsubishi Group were quickly drawn in by the idea that Mexico was planning to build a railway. Surprisingly, 17 companies said that they would like to work with the Mexican government. The Mexican government's following announcement, though, had a demotivating effect and forced these businesses to pull back. It was reported that the Mexican government ordered the successful bidder to start building the railway in early 2014 and present a thorough project proposal within just 2 months after receiving the award. In addition, the Mexican government imposed a remarkably short 3-year completion timeline for the railway. Surprisingly, this notification was published in July 2013, less than 5 months before the building was supposed to begin. As a result, soon after the Mexican government issued this mandate, a number of prominent companies, including Alstom and Siemens, abruptly withdrew from the bidding process, citing an inability to meet the Mexican government's deadline. Before further proceeding to the next section of the video and analyze the bids offered by the companies after the first round, make sure that you have hit the like and subscribe button so that you always inherit instant alerts for each video which is uploaded on this channel. Now let's continue. As the original round of bidding came to an end, only one company, the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium, remained in the race. This consortium was made up of China Railway Construction, China South Locomotive, and a number of Mexican companies. Despite being the only bidder left, the Chinese team carefully and diligently pursued the bidding procedure. In fact, only the materials and paperwork they created for the auction weighed an astounding 2.1 tons. They showed their passion for the assignment by being so thorough and diligent. As a result of its unshakable sincerity and dedication to providing the Mexican government with high-quality, quick, and affordable solutions, the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium emerged as a major contender in the bidding process. The Mexican administration seized the chance with enthusiasm after realizing the proposal's unmatched advantages. Mexico and the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium announced a cooperation agreement on November 3, 2014, which resulted in the signing of a massive contract with a staggering US dollar value of $30.5 billion. This revelation was historic and resonated throughout the country. The significant agreement, which made China's high-speed rail technology's second-largest export order, promised to improve this outstanding invention's standing across the world. 3 days later, the story, however, took an unexpected turn. In a shocking turn of events, the Mexican government made a depressing announcement invalidating the Chinese consortium's prior bid. They raised questions about fairness and reasonableness by pointing out the inadequate number of participating companies and problems in the bidding procedure. The Chinese staff were quite disappointed and furious about this development. Nevertheless, unimpressed by this setback, they carefully began the tedious task of gathering the required paperwork for the second bidding procedure. 4 more companies joined the competition during the second bidding round in an effort to compete with China's predominance. Their bid documents, however, were insufficient in comparison to the complete proposal offered by the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium, due to their restricted preparation time and technological limitations. All observers were looking forward to another China victory. However, destiny had other ideas. The startling news made waves across Mexico on January 30, 2015. The prolonged drop in global oil prices had a significant impact on the country's national budgetary revenue, forcing the Mexican government to deal with economic difficulties. They presented a plan to modifying government spending, with the immediate result being the indefinite suspension of the building of the Mexico City Queretaro high-speed railway. This unanticipated result raised doubts about Mexico's plan for a cutting-edge transit infrastructure. External factors had forced the Mexican government to change its direction, notwithstanding the serious efforts and qualifications displayed by the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium. Everyone had been extremely complimentary of China's thorough preparation of the precise bidding information and its vast use of human and material resources. The entire collection of important documents, however, has now been reduced to a useless stack of trash. The Mexican government consistently rejected the China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium's attempts to discuss their issues with them, saying that the high-speed railway project could not move forward. The consortium quickly started the compensation for contract breach procedure and urged the Mexican government to uphold the contract they had signed. The contract called for 270 million yuan as the requested sum for liquidated damages. Unfortunately, the final compensation would not be enough to make up for the losses China suffered in this project, even if the Mexican government offered full compensation. The Mexican government has demonstrated a reluctance to pay the agreed-upon compensation amount of 270 million yuan, which is adding fuel to the fire. The China Railway Construction Bidding Consortium was finally reimbursed by the Mexican government with a meager 8.06 million renminbi following a number of delays. This pitiful sum serves as a painful reminder of China's unequal treatment. A curious question is raised. Why would the Mexican government abruptly declare an indefinite halt on a project that would have been advantageous to both China and Mexico? It's a common saying in Mexico that Mexico is too far from God, too close to the devil. The United States has traditionally seen Mexico as its own territory, leaving no opportunity for influences from outside as a neighboring country with complex relations. The complicated political environment in Mexico itself also contributed significantly to the failure of the Mexico City Queretaro high-speed railway. Many congressmen who support American interests make up Mexico's parliament. Therefore, once the Chinese party was identified as a viable contender for the project, these legislators made no effort to prevent China's participation. China's deployment of high-speed rail technology in the Mexico City Queretaro project was permanently derailed after 2 instances of blockage by the Mexican government, crushing the dreams of the Mexican people who stood to gain from the railway's prospective advantages. As we wrap up today's video, it is evident that China's high-speed rail initiative is still expanding globally despite the setback this project experienced. The Indonesian high-speed railway between Jakarta and Bandung was successfully built, and all 13 tunnels have now been opened, pointing to a bright future. As their top-notch made-in-China railway technology opens the way for global improvements, it is certain that China's influence in the globe will continue to increase over the coming years. So, do you think this mishap caused by the Mexican government would have a bad impact on China's railway industry, or will the Mexicans suffer actually? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section and stay tuned.